Your dog cried when you came home yesterday. Not metaphorically, not in their own way, literally, with tears. Scientists measured it, and what they found inside your dog's body in that moment is something that changes everything you think you know about what your dog feels for you. This isn't a cute story. This is biology. This is chemistry. This is the kind of bond that took thousands of years to build, and it's happening every single time you walk through that door. Before we go further, subscribe. Because if this already hit you differently than you expected, wait until you hear what else science has uncovered about your dog's emotional world. Real research, real biology, real truth about your dog. Hit subscribe right now. And if this video moves you in this stekker makoskasers, in skansan kara diri, or in news de bajiduzir, it's stekker macher dansen hit, in this like. It takes 1 second and it means everything for this channel. Now, let's talk about your dog's tears. In 2022, a team of researchers at Azabu University in Japan published something that stopped the scientific world cold. They measured tear volume in dogs before and after reunions with their owners. What they found was unambiguous. When dogs were reunited with their owner after 5 to 7 hours apart, their tear volume increased significantly. Not when they met a familiar person they liked, not when they saw a friendly stranger, only with their owner, only with you. The researchers then went further. They applied Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, directly to the dog's eyes. Tear volume went up again. That single finding confirmed it. The tears aren't random. They aren't a physical reflex. They're driven by the same hormone that floods a mother's brain when she holds her newborn child. Your dog's body produces that hormone when you walk through the door, and it spills over, literally, into their eyes. Now here's something that will stop you. The study didn't just measure tears, they also showed photographs of dogs, some with slightly wet eyes, some without. To human participants, people consistently rated the dogs with wet eyes as more lovable, more in need of care, more worthy of attention. The researchers believe this isn't a coincidence. Over thousands of years of living alongside humans, dogs may have developed the ability to produce tears specifically because it triggered a caregiving response in us. Your dog didn't just evolve to love you, they evolved to make you love them back. Stay with that for a second. The same lab at Azabu University had already made headlines 7 years earlier. That was the Oxytocin gaze study, the one that showed that when you and your dog look into each other's eyes, both of your oxytocin levels rise simultaneously. The same feedback loop that bonds a mother to her child. Dogs are the only non-human animal ever shown to hijack this system with another species. Not wolves, not chimps, not any other animal that has lived alongside humans, only dogs. And now we know that when you come home, that same system floods their body so completely that it leaks from their eyes. And there is something else science found that belongs in this conversation. What happens when you are the one who cries? A study published in Animal Cognition tested exactly this. Researchers had owners cry, hum, and talk normally and measured how their dogs responded. When the owner cried, dogs approached faster. They made more physical contact. They oriented their entire body toward the person in distress. But here is the part that matters. The dogs didn't just react to the sound of crying, they responded to the emotional meaning behind it. They came not out of curiosity, they came to help, and when they couldn't help their stress levels rose measurably. Your dog doesn't just notice when you are sad, they feel it with you, they carry it, and they try in the only way they know how to make it stop. You cry for your dog when you come home. Your dog cries for you when you are hurting. That is not instinct, that is love. If this is hitting you differently than you expected, subscribe and hit like. Every week on this channel we go this deep. Real science, real research, no myths, one tap, it means everything. Your dog doesn't experience time the way you do. You leave for 8 hours and you think, they've been fine, they've slept, they've waited. But your dog's nervous system doesn't have a clock. What they have is your absence and your return. And when you come back, their body reacts as if something genuinely profound just happened. Because to them, it did. Think about the last time you came home after a long day. Maybe you were tired. Maybe you barely noticed them at first. Maybe you dropped your bag, checked your phone, went to the kitchen, and they were right there, jumping, spinning, eyes bright, trying to tell you something they have no words for. Now you know what it was. Some dog owners feel guilty about this. They work long hours. They travel. They leave their dog more than they want to. Here is what science says to that. It is not the length of the absence that determines the depth of the reunion. It is the bond. A dog with a secure, loving attachment to their owner shows the same joy whether they were gone for 2 hours or 2 days. You are not defined by how long you leave. You are defined by what you mean to them, and what you mean to them, they have now proven, is enough to make them cry. Dogs have lived alongside humans for at least 15,000 years. In that time, they have changed more than any other animal on Earth. Not because we bred them for work, not because we trained them for tasks, but because they chose us. Generation after generation, the dogs that bonded most deeply with humans survived, thrived, passed that capacity forward. What you are looking at when your dog greets you at the door is the result of 15,000 years of one species deciding, over and over again, that humans were worth loving. Your dog doesn't cry because they are weak. They cry because the bond between you is one of the most profound things biology has ever produced. Subscribe for next week's video. We are going to look at why your dog licks you. The real reason, confirmed by science, is not what most people think.